congratulations again on your win. Has the gravity of it all quite sank in just yet, or are you still processing?
Well, I mean, if you've been through some of the stuff we've been through in life, honestly, Cameron, I mean, this is, in the big picture of things, winning a primary elections is pretty small potatoes. I've lost a wife to cancer and a son to cancer, been deployed many times in the military. So we don't get impressed by too much. So I don't know, just another day. We're excited to be able to serve the people of West Virginia, and Lord willing, make a difference. I'm not awed by the moment or anything like that, I would say.
So sorry to hear that, but I guess perspective is everything, as they say.
Sure, yeah. Where are you based out of, Cameron, just if you don't mind my asking?
We're out here in Raleigh County, and we cover most of southern West Virginia and try to extend the reach across the state as far as we can, and even the closer states like Kentucky, places like that, but based primarily in Raleigh.
Okay, cool. Are you in Beckley?
Yes.
Yep. Good area. Got some friends down there, so good stuff.
Do love it out here. Your win is just one of a number of significant incumbent upsets. A lot of change happened on Tuesday. A lot of things got shaken up in the Senate. And many Republican winners will have Democratic challengers to face in November. If successful, you could be at the forefront of a sort of a new era for the Senate and consequently for the state. How does that feel?
Well, I think that was exactly the point why a lot of us ran. Me in particular. I can't speak for other people, but it was frustrating to me that we had a Republican governor and a supermajority Republican in the House and Senate, and it really felt like we were doing pretty much a lot of the same things the Democrats were doing for the last 85 years, as far as really catering to the special interest groups and the lobbyists instead of focusing on what's best for the West Virginia people. And, that the opportunity to make a difference and change the leadership in the Senate, that was one of the reasons that, I wanted to get into this race to hopefully make a difference. And then now, Lord willing, with, new leadership, and we can really start to make a change, for the better for the people of West Virginia, to focus on some of our big issues like education and business climate and infrastructure, but with a real, true conservative lens. And, there's no reason why West Virginia, with the supermajority that we have, we should be, a city on a hill and a shining light for other states to look at. We just got to get in, roll up our sleeves, and figure out where the bottlenecks are and move those out of the way so that, the government is working as efficiently as possible and really serving the people, as opposed to being served by the people. Right. That does seem to be a pattern I've picked up on in the folks I've talked to, is just Republican and conservatism in general have become more general, more vague, I guess. Most everyone is kind of aligning on the Republican side, regardless of what the actual values are. So it kind of gets hard to discern who stands for what. Yeah, I think there's a lot of truth in that. Obviously the state has shifted to the red. The Democrat Party, they just have really, really strayed from the foundational Judeo-Christian moral values that made our nation great. And as they did so, they left the people of West Virginia behind. And so now, everybody's a Republican now, right? And, there's a lot of opportunists. We had a couple high-profile races, I think, where, someone just, yesterday was a high-profile Democrat, and then they, all of a sudden became a Republican candidate. So, that's something we'll have to keep a lookout, and we'll recruit. If somebody's not acting in the best interest of the people, I'll be part of the team that knocks them out of office wherever they are. Sure, and there seems to be a lot of momentum moving into November with the presidential election as well. West Virginia is kind of made clear on where most people stand in that regard. So it could really be a dramatic shift, not just on the state level, but
nationwide going into 2025.
Well, wouldn't that be great? I really miss my $1.78 per gallon gas under President Trump. That'd be real nice if that came back, wouldn't it?
If elected, if all goes well, what are some of the key issues and the primary concerns that you want to focus on in the Senate?
Well, I think overarching, the rubric under which it all falls is just keeping government on a very short leash. And again, the government's here to serve the people, and create a culture where that's the expectation, and not that, the government is some sort of idol, or some sort of the people aren't here to serve the government. But the big three for me all along have been improving our efficiency and ranking in education, and I think we do that through giving parents the ability to choose the best education option for their kids. So support the Hope Scholarship and push authority and funding down to the parents to make the best education choices for their kids. And then on the public school side, we have 70% of our kids in public school in West Virginia, and we really need to, do right by them. Right now, the teacher friends that I have a lot of teacher friends. They're frustrated. A couple of things, the absenteeism rate across the state on any given day in West Virginia is 20-25%. So how can you possibly teach, if a quarter of your kids are missing on any given day?
Right.
B, they don't really have education tools. Discipline tools, tools to discipline the kids. And, we just had a, big incident here in Berkeley County with one of our schools, and the inability of the teachers and the staff to discipline the kids properly. And then the third thing to help our public school teachers would be just reduce the administrative burden on them with all the paperwork they have. And you guys don't see this so much in Raleigh County, but we really need locality pay up here too in the Eastern Panhandle, because we're losing our best and our brightest. They can drive an extra 10-15 minutes across the borders to Virginia or Maryland, and get a 50% or 75% pay raise. So it's just a different environment up here, and we've got to be able to compete, for the sake of our kids. So education, one. Number two, business climate, and number three, infrastructure. And I'm happy to go into those more, but those are the big three for me: education, business climate, and infrastructure. We just need to get our house in order and increase our ranking. We're basically last in all of those categories right now.
Well, fantastic. Any final thoughts you want to leave readers with?
I'm humbled and grateful that the voters of the Eastern Panhandle, put their confidence in me, and I'm dedicated to being present in the community and continuing, the meet and greets and the listening tours that we've been doing all throughout, and really listening to the voters and hearing their concerns, and serving with integrity to push their concerns forward. Those are my constituents, and that's my agenda.
All right. Well, congrats again, and thanks so much for taking the time. Best of luck to you.
Hey, thanks, Cameron. Love to meet you in person sometime. Next time I'm down in your neck of the woods with the National Guard, I'll maybe shoot you a text and we can grab a coffee or something.
Absolutely. Feel free to reach out whenever.
All right. Sounds good, brother. Have a good day. Bye-bye now.
You do the same. Bye-bye.